The best place to start is to identify the stakeholders of the CMDB. This includes the CMDB process owner, CI owners, IT support staff, and anyone else who has an interest in the CMDB. Then identify their current challenges and objectives so we understand the reason for the CIs and relationships. Challenges often include missing, old, and duplicate CIs, or incomplete attributes for CIs like support group, location, and serial number. Another common challenge is the lack of automation to maintain all of this data. We also find that customers don't have a way to measure and view their overall CMDB data quality, so they don't have a tangible way to know how trustworthy it is. Objectives typically include reports of devices by location, or the need to reference CIs in change requests and incidents, or understanding what services are put at risk when planning a change. So basically, the best place to start is to identify the stakeholders and their challenges and objectives. A good or trustworthy CMDB should have key elements aligned with stakeholder objectives. Key elements are CI classes like Windows servers, network switches, or databases. Key elements are also attributes of a CI, like their serial number, location, or support group. So for example, if an objective is to report on the location of Windows servers, then the Windows server class and their location attribute are key elements which align to the objective. This gives a purpose to specific data in the CMDB. A trustworthy CMDB should also have the key elements automatically monitored so data quality issues are identified for remediation. Issues raised are things like duplicate, stale, or missing information. And the data quality issues should be used to calculate an overall data quality score. This can be used by the CMDB owner to monitor the CMDB's trustworthiness and take action if the score begins to decline. Finally, there could be data quality issues not identified by automated monitoring. In these cases, users should have a consistent process to report issues to the CMDB team for investigation. And the remediation of these issues could identify processes which need to be updated to prevent additional data quality issues. In most cases, no, customers don't have a CMDB policy in place, and that's a significant reason why CMDBs become untrustworthy. Some CMDBs are in good shape when they're new, but then over time their data quality degrades and the overall perception of the CMDB is that it's simply not trustworthy. A policy should define guidelines to manage and monitor CIs and relationships with an emphasis on the data that is important to stakeholders. As you know, the CMDB can contain a lot of information, so it's important to focus on the data that matters. Without a policy, IT processes like incident, change, and asset management tend to suffer. Support staff begin experiencing inconsistent results looking up CIs when submitting a change or an incident. They might complain about missing CIs, or they find old CIs for devices which have been removed from the infrastructure, or they find duplicate CIs and don't know which one to select. So by the time customers realize the CMDB can't be trusted, they'll either start over or ask for help to rebuild and maintain it properly. Establish policy and procedure documentation. The policy should focus on the key CI classes, attributes, and relationships that align with stakeholder objectives. It should define the life cycle of CIs and relationships, which is how are they created, updated, retired, and possibly deleted. Once the policy is established, or whenever it's updated, appropriate staff should review it. And the CMDB process owner should ensure it always aligns with stakeholder objectives. Then create procedures necessary to maintain and monitor the CMDB. Depending on a customer's environment, procedures could exist for the CMDB, discovery, service mapping, integrations, data imports, and CMDB health. And finally, get staff trained so they have the skills necessary to use the applications and improve their ability to maintain a trustworthy CMDB. Well, ServiceNow has several tools which can be used to automatically create and update CIs and their relationships. Discovery is an application that will periodically scan the infrastructure and update the CMDB. It supports many types of endpoints like Windows and Linux servers, network devices, workstations, printers, applications, databases, and cloud providers like AWS and Azure. Another tool is service mapping. This is an application that provides visibility into the infrastructure that services rely on. This capability can help IT staff pinpoint underlying causes of incidents or identify services at risk when planning a change. And for customers who use Microsoft SCCM, there is a ServiceNow integration which pulls data from the SCCM database. This can be used to maintain CIs for Windows servers and workstations, but we typically find customers use Discovery to maintain CIs for Windows servers and SCCM to maintain CIs for Windows workstations. ServiceNow also has the ability to import data from various sources such as files and databases, and these imports can be configured automatically to update the CMDB. Keep in mind that these tools alone don't solve CMDB data quality issues, but they are very useful to automatically maintain data and minimize errors. ServiceNow has a great feature called CMDB Health. This can be used to automatically monitor the CMDB and identify data quality issues such as duplicate, stale, and incomplete CIs, or stale and orphaned relationships. And when those data quality issues are identified, tasks can be automatically created and assigned to appropriate staff for investigation and remediation. There is also a dashboard that displays these issues and calculates an overall CMDB health score. When configuring CMDB health, it's important to focus only on key elements. And as a reminder, key elements are CI classes and their attributes which align with stakeholder objectives. Don't configure CMDB health to monitor everything. Otherwise, you'll waste time trying to fix issues for data no one cares about. While CMDB health can automatically identify many types of issues, it can't find them all. So give IT users the ability to report CMDB data quality issues. This could be done using a catalog item in the service portal. When a CMDB is finally trustworthy, there's no doubt things will change, requiring updates to policy, procedures, and tools. So we recommend customers establish a governing board for the CMDB. This should include the CMDB process owner and other process owners such as incident, change, asset management, and so on. This group would be responsible for discussing stakeholder objectives, requirements, concerns, improvements, or anything CMDB related, and monitor the results of CMDB health and the data quality issues reported by IT users. These are the metrics which measure how trustworthy a CMDB is. Then, as data quality issues are resolved, determine if there are opportunities to improve processes to eliminate future data quality issues. And if opportunities are identified, repeat the cycle discussed in this presentation. That's it.